Most people think they're too late in the game or too late in life to start on YouTube. There are too many creators, there's too much competition, the market or niche is just too saturated. But here's the part that nobody talks about. The people who say they're late are usually the ones that would have been the most consistent if they had started. And that hesitation, that mental block in making a decision, well, that's the only thing actually holding them back. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel this year, you're not late, nor are you too old, and there are definitely not too many people in your niche. What's going on, Catalyst? Eric here. If you watched my first video, you know this channel is not about chasing views. It's about building influence that compounds over time. And today, I want to talk directly to the person who's been thinking about starting YouTube for months, maybe even years, but hasn't. You've watched the videos, you've researched the equipment, you've thought through the niche, but something keeps stopping you. Let's talk about that. I remember when I first started my homeowners education channel, people told me there are already thousands of home channels. They were right. There were. But what I quickly realized was this. Most of them weren't consistent. Most of them hadn't posted videos in months or years, and most of them had only posted a handful of videos total. Then they disappeared. Some had good production, but no clarity. Some had strong personalities, but no structure. And the more I posted, the more I realized something very unique. You're not competing with everyone in the niche you choose to pursue. You're competing with the people who quit. The ones who start but aren't consistent. The ones who don't focus on improving every single video. And the reality is, most people quit. The platform isn't saturated. Effort is saturated. Discipline is rare, consistency is overlooked, and clarity of your vision is often missing or misguided. That's the real opportunity if you have an idea for a YouTube channel or a topic or niche that is important to you. Let me know in the comments below. Drop a comment if you have an idea of what you'd like to start a YouTube channel about what you would start your channel on and why you're passionate about it. While you're in the comments, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and share this message with other creators and subscribe to the channel to get all of our new content that I put out every week. Let me tell you something no one explains clearly. The first few months of YouTube aren't about growth. They're about transformation. When you start posting consistently, you get better at speaking, you get better at structuring your ideas, and you get better at explaining things more simply. And that skill transfers everywhere, in business, in sales, in relationships, in leadership. Content forces clarity, and clarity builds confidence. That's not theory. I've seen it personally. When I started talking to a camera regularly, just like we are right now, I noticed something subtle. Conversations became easier. Presentations became easier. Explaining complex ideas became easier. Even before monetization, there was value. I could see people driving by when I was in my backyard with a camera talking about how to care for your grass. I could see my friends rolling their eyes when I pulled a camera out on a vacation and start vlogging. But the truth of all of that is, no matter what their opinion, when you first start, you start building your brand, growing your influence, and making money. You get the last laugh. And when I launched that travel channel, it didn't explode. It grew slowly. But what did happen was this. People began reaching out. Brands began responding. Affiliate links began converting. Not because I had a huge number of views, but because the right people were watching. You don't need viral attention. You need aligned attention. 1,000 people who trust you will outperform 10,000 who don't care. And that's called leverage. And that only happens when you start. So what are you afraid of when it comes to getting started? Let's be honest about the hesitation. It's not the algorithm. It's not the editing. It's not even the niche. It's your mindset and your thinking. What if people I know see it? What if I feel awkward filming on camera? What if no one watches? I had those thoughts too, but here's what happens in reality. Your first video, almost no one sees it. Your second video, even fewer. You're afraid of an audience that doesn't exist yet. And by the time it does exist, you'll be significantly better. No one remembers your beginning. They remember your body of work. A year from now, two things are true. You'll either have 50 videos, improved skill, clearer messaging, a small but real audience, or you'll still be thinking about starting. And that's the real cost. Not failure, delay. Influence compounds. 12 months of consistent uploads build skill, presence, authority, and opinionality. The opinionality is powerful because once you have a platform, you can pivot, you can launch, you can monetize, and you can build. But you can't leverage that if you never start. If I was in a position deciding if I should get started on YouTube this year and I was starting from scratch, I wouldn't overthink branding. I wouldn't overthink thumbnails. I wouldn't overthink perfection. I'd pick one topic that I can talk about for 50 videos, not 5, 50. I'd commit to 20 uploads before judging performance. I'd stop refreshing analytics for the first 90 days, and I'd treat it like training, because that's what it is. You're not trying to win YouTube in month 1. You're building capacity. I've built channels in completely different niches: homeowners, travel, and others that didn't work at all. I talk about the wins and I talk about the losses on here. And what separated the ones that worked from the ones that didn't wasn't timing. It wasn't trends. It was clarity and consistency. The people who start YouTube this year will look like visionaries in 3 years. The people who wait, well, they're going to say, I wish I'd started back then. Don't be in the second group. Get started on YouTube. Start this year. Start. Not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed, but because influence compounds. And the only way to build it is to begin. This is the Influence Catalyst. And if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel this year, check out this video right here. I think it'll help you build your brand, grow your channel, and be successful on YouTube.